Hello friends, so today our topic is about the hormones. What are hormones and their classification? So hormone, this term hormone has been derived from the Greek word that is hormone. It has been derived from Greek word hormone, which means to excite. So literally hormones are the chemicals which excite. The term was coined by the Starling in 1905. So if we try to define the term hormone, hormones are the non-nutrient chemicals which are produced and secreted by the endocrine glands and act as intercellular messengers. So please note the keywords here: intercellular messenger and non-nutrient chemicals. So they don't have any nutritional value and they act as information molecules. Now hormones are secreted in very small amounts. For example, adrenaline is secreted at 0.03 parts per million, yet at this concentration it is very potent. For example, one molecule of adrenaline is capable of releasing 100 million molecules of glucose, that too within 1 to 2 minutes. Now there are some 50 more than 50 types of hormones. 50 hormones are known, but the first hormone that was discovered was the secretin hormone. First hormone it was secretin. Please excuse me the spelling, it is the wrong spelling. Is it secretin, secretin. So this was discovered by the Starling and Baylis in 1902 in the duodenum of a patient. So now let us talk about the classification of the hormones. Hormones are classified in various ways. For example, on the basis of the source, hormones are classified as the neurohormones, and number second category is those of the endocrine hormones, also sometimes called as the glandular hormones. So glandular hormones. Now what are neurohormones? Neurohormones are the hormones which are released by the neurosecretory cells. Now there are certain neurosecretory cells in our brain and in our nervous system, and they produce certain hormones, and those hormones are called as the neurohormones. For example, the neurohormones most of the neurohormones are produced by the hypothalamus, and the hypothalamus is often called as the master endocrine gland. And the hormones produced by the hypothalamus, they are of two types. One category is that of the releasing hormones or releasing factors, and the second category is that of release inhibiting hormones and release inhibiting hormones. Now among releasing hormones are those hormones which will stimulate the anterior pituitary to release its hormones. So they are releasing hormones. These are hormones which after passing into the anterior pituitary stimulates it to release its hormones. I will give an example. For example, stimulate anterior pituitary to release its hormones. For example, we have this TRH hormone. Now this TRH hormone is called as thyrotropin releasing hormone. It is thyrotropin releasing hormone. Now what TRH does is that it will reach to the anterior pituitary and stimulate it to release its hormone. So it stimulates the anterior pituitary and stimulates it to release its hormone, that is TSH, or thyroid stimulating hormone. So unless TRH is not released, anterior pituitary won't be releasing the hormone TSH. Now let us talk about the RIH, or release inhibiting hormones. So after passing into the anterior pituitary, these will inhibit the release of its hormones. Inhibit is the release of hormones from it, so that is why they are called as release inhibiting hormones. For example, I will cite an example. An example is that of the PIH, and this PIH stands for prolactin inhibiting hormone. Now what prolactin inhibiting hormone does is that it will inhibit the release of the prolactin hormone from the anterior pituitary. So these were the two types of the hormones of the on the basis of this neurosecretory secreted by this neurosecretory cells, releasing hormones and the release inhibiting hormones. Now let us move on to the next category of hormones, and that next category of hormones is that of the endocrine or the glandular hormones. So let's talk about the endocrine or the glandular hormones. Now these endocrine or the glandular hormones, they are the hormones which are released by the glands. So they are released by the endocrine glands, and they are hormones produced by the endocrine glands, and they are of two types. First category is that of the tropic hormones, and the tropic hormones are those hormones which will control activities of the other endocrine glands. So they will be produced by the pituitary gland. They reach the different endocrine glands and control their secretions. An example of these hormones include TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, and we have the stimulating hormone, and we have the FSH, or the follicle stimulating hormone, and finally we have the ACTH, or the adrenocorticotropic hormone. So all tropic hormones will stimulate other endocrine glands. They will control the activities of endocrine glands, stimulating them to release their respective hormones. Now the another category of the endocrine or the glandular hormones is those of the non-tropic hormones. Now non-tropic hormones are those hormones which directly affect the body parts. So non-tropic hormones are those hormones which directly affect the body cells. They have direct effects of the body cells regulating their function. So they directly affect body parts and regulate their function. So this was about the types of the hormones on the basis of their source. So on the basis of the source, we have seen the hormones are of two types: neurosecretory hormones and the endocrine hormones or the glandular hormones. Neurosecretory hormones, they are released by the neurosecretory cells, and the glandular hormones, I beg your pardon, glandular hormones, they are released by the endocrine glands, and are of two types, tropic and the non-tropic hormones. Tropic hormones, they control activity of other endocrine glands, while as non-tropic hormones, these directly affect the body parts regulating their function. So this was here about the hormones. These are the different types of the hormones. Tropic hormones, thyroid stimulating hormone, for example, will stimulate the thyroid gland to release the thyroxine. Similarly, follicle stimulating hormone will stimulate the gonads to release their respective hormones and the maturation of the gametes, so on and so forth. Now let us move on to the next category of the classification of hormones, that is on the basis of their chemical nature. Classification of hormones on the basis of their chemical nature. The first type of hormones are the amines. Now amines are those hormones which have NH groups. Now there are several hormones which have the amine groups. For example, the common hormones which have amine groups include the melatonin, and we have another hormone that is the adrenaline and the noradrenaline. Now these adrenaline and noradrenaline, they are actually derived from the catechol. Catechol is actually 2-hydroxyphenol. So these are the amino derivatives of the 2-hydroxyphenol. That is why they are also called as the catecholamines. So these are called as catecholamines because they are derived from the catechol or 2-hydroxyphenol. And now moving on to the second category of the hormones. The second category of hormones are the amino acid derivatives. So amino acids or these amino acid derivatives, so these are derivatives of some modified amino acids, and modified amino acids, and the best example is that of the thyroxine hormone released from thyroid gland. It is basically an iodinated thyrronine. So it is an iodinated thyrronine, and this is about the amino acid derivative hormone, modified amino acid. For example, thyroxine, it is the iodinated thyrronine. Now the third category of hormones is the peptide hormones. Now peptide hormones are formed of the amino acid chains, and depending upon the length of amino acid chain, they can be short chain peptides or they can be long chain peptides. Now short chain peptides are those which have fewer amino acid residues. For example, the oxytocin, which is also called as birth hormone or love hormone, and ADH or the antidiuretic hormone. Both of these hormones are the nonapeptides, which means that they have only the 9 amino acids. Similarly, the second category is that of the long chain peptides. So let us talk about the long chain peptides. Now what are long chain peptides? Long chain peptides are formed of more than 9 amino acids or several amino acids, tens of amino acids, and the examples include of long chain peptides includes number 1, calcitonin, more released by the thyroid gland, and number 2 is the ACTH. We have GRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone, GRH, and MSH or the melanocyte stimulating hormone. This is MSH. So these three are the hormones which are the long chain peptides, which have several amino acid units. And next category of our hormones includes the proteins or polypeptide hormones. So this is the fourth type, and this include the polypeptides or the protein hormones So these are formed of the long chains of amino acids, and the famous examples include the insulin released by pancreas. It is antagonist to glucagon, which is also released by the pancreas, and we have relaxin and HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin, and the hormones released from the GI tract or gastrointestinal tract. So I will be discussing these hormones later in next videos in about their function and about the disorders as well. Now the final category is that of the glycoproteins. Glycoprotein hormones are those hormones which have sugar residues in addition to the protein, and these include follicle stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone. So this was about these hormones. Today we have seen what are the hormones, what are different types of the hormones. We have seen the hormone, different categories of hormones on the basis of their chemical nature. They include the amino hormones, amino acid derivative hormones, and peptide hormones. They can be short chain peptides and the long chain peptides. Short chain is are formed of just nonapeptides, 9 amino acids like oxytocin and ADH. Long chain peptides, they have longer amino acid chains like the ACTH, GRH, MSH, calcitonin, and we have seen these polypeptide of protein hormones like insulin, glucagon, and these regulate the sugar levels. Relaxin hormone is released during and at the end of the pregnancy to allow for the easy childbirth. Then we have HCG hormone. It is released also only during the pregnancy. It is present in urine, confirms the pregnancy test. I will be discussing about them in detail in future lectures. And we have the hormone released from GI tract. They are also the peptide hormones. And finally glycoproteins hormones, they include the follicle stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone. Keep watching videos and liking and sharing and subscribing the channel. Thank you. See you in the next video.